What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are going to be talking about kind of my process for creating designs for merch by Amazon today. And I've been talking so much about Spark, but I've never really shown it in kind of, its full swing or me actually using the tool. So this landing page is something that Steven found a while ago. It passes our 5-step test, which you guys can see on screen right now. If you don't know about that 5-step test, you can definitely go join us over on our Facebook community where we're kind of walking through our process for getting shirts up on Amazon right now. So a great time to join us, a great time to learn the system that we've built to make a successful print-on-demand business. But today, I want to be focusing on this landing zone and creating shirts for this landing zone through Spark by Adobe. So what we're seeing here, just quickly glancing at some of the designs, we're seeing a lot of this sloth kind of laid out here being all lazy, and my spirit animal is the saying that we were going to be wanting to use here. Browns are pretty popular, so if we can work that into our design, that's cool, but it doesn't seem like it's absolutely necessary. There's some here with like pinks and hearts. Maybe that's something we split test later down the road. Not too much of that being shown off here, but a lot of my spirit animal in big bold font with a picture of a sloth on the shirt, and sometimes the colors don't even matter too much, but I'm seeing a lot of just white on black, which is working well with some browns thrown in there. So let's go ahead and jump into Spark and see what we can throw together. I sound like I'm maybe in a little bit of rush today, but I really want to focus on the time that it would take me to create a design like this. So I just want to show you guys that it can be done fairly quickly. You can get competitive designs up in these landing zones that we're showing off, and it doesn't have to be something that you're overthinking too much. You don't have to be a graphic designer to do this kind of stuff. You just have to realize what's already working on these landing zones and be able to create something that's competitive and will also fit in this space. So that's my emphasis today, is going to be on speed. So we're going to go up here. Again, hopefully this is starting to look familiar to you guys, but we're going to start from scratch. We're going to go to graphic, and we're going to have to go to custom size, and we're going to change this to 4500 by 5400 because that is the merch sizing for t-shirts. We're not going to use an image, so we're going to go ahead and skip that today. And once we get inside of our artboard, we're going to want to remove the add. So remove once. It's going to give us that pop-up. We can go ahead and hit get started. That way we can work right away. Now, what I want to change this to, I'm going to double click in here and change this to going to change that to my spirit animal, hit done, because that's all the text that I need actually in this design. I'm going to take away that shape on the back there. And probably find a font that I like a little bit better than Laura, which is going to just be a bigger font that I can make white that will stand out nice and big. So as this loads in, Railway looks pretty good to me actually, so we'll go ahead and go with that. And again, I'm going to change this to white, and just so I can see that a little bit, I'm going to change my background to black. And I'm actually going to use this capitalize and fit because I like the way that looks. So going to go ahead, capitalize, fit, push it up towards the top where I want all my graphics, and make sure that's centered. Now I'm going to go into icon, type in sloth, not singer, and see what we have here. I can see here's one hanging off, there's another one that's hanging off, so I even have a few choices, 3 or 4, actually 5 different choices of exactly what I'm looking for. So that is what I'm saying. There's so much power in this tool, Adobe Spark, to just pull up these icons super quickly. I like this one. I think it has the most detail there. So I'm going to go ahead and make that nice and big. Maybe not that big, a little bit smaller. And we could make that gray, but I actually like this all white look, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that is pure white. And there we go. There's our design. Go up here to the top right, hit PNG, make sure it's on that, and make sure it has a transparent background. Now, inside of Merch by Amazon, this is where, we're going to be switching over to the beta uploader on September 3rd, my birthday. So we'll no longer have the single product, so you want to get used to using this beta uploader if you haven't, or I guess I should just start calling it the multiple products uploader. So we're going to go ahead and click on upload artwork. And right inside my downloads folder, I can see here's the design I just made. I'm going to open that, and it's going to start loading that on all of the products that sizing works for. Now that's that loaded, we can go in and actually edit each one of these individually as we want. But what I wanted to focus on today is actually being able to resize that artwork to also add in your heavier hoodies and even your pop socket sizing. So I'm going to go ahead and jump back into Adobe Spark. I'm going to go over to this resize button, custom. And I know I want to change the height of those sweatshirts to 40/50. And if I hit done, it's going to resize this image now. You can see it resize it. I don't have to move anything around for this, but maybe I will for the pop sockets. But I'm going to go up here again and download this transparent PNG. Once I see that's downloaded, I'm going to jump back into Merch and go ahead and upload this. And obviously you could do all these sizing at one time, but I'm just showing you guys step by step how to upload this. So that's going to work for the hoodies. And now I want to change my size again for pop sockets. So I'm going to jump back into Spark, go to custom, and change this size to 485 by 485. Hit done. Now, I probably will have to resize this a little bit. It's not too far off, but remember, pop sockets are just a circle, so some of the corners get cut off. So I'm usually just trying to move this stuff down more towards the center, which is not how I want my shirts to be. I'll go ahead and make this just a little bit smaller, line that up in the center. So just guesstimating that's roughly where it's going to want to be. And I have to remember, when downloading a PNG for the pop sockets, I actually want to keep that background color. So I'll make it a solid color PNG. That way when we upload it, we won't have any problems. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. Pop back into Merch. You can see our sweatshirts uploaded properly. Open up this last one, and you can actually see this one a little bit better because it's got that black background on there. And then we'll just take a check to make sure that that loaded properly and we're not getting anything cut off by this circle. So that's looking good now that it's loaded in, and then we can focus on the brand name. I usually am looking back at this landing zone. We're going to take this actually for our title, Spirit Animal Sloth, and we're going to paste that into our brand. But I don't want to leave shirt on there because we are in this multi-product uploader. It's going to go ahead and add that on the back end. So we want to make sure we're taking off any product descriptive keywords out of our title. And I'll just go ahead and make this zoo animals, because I know that's another popular, a popular keyword for this area, and I'll call it apparel for the brand name. Now, for my bullet points, I have Auto Text Expander, which allows me to type in some codes and have, basically Mad Lib style bullet points pop in, which is super helpful. If you guys want a video on that, I can show that off as well. But those are usually my 2 bullet points. I'd go through here and add some keywords very quickly, again, off of that, depending on what keywords I'm seeing here on this landing page. This is really my brother's side of the business, Steven. He does all of the keyword stuff for our business, and usually gives me nice formatted lists, so I can just go ahead and type those in when I'm doing this. But just to give you an example, do you love, zoo animals? And that's kind of how we would fill that out for, every space that we leave inside of our bullet points here. Then we usually copy over the bullet point that we like the most, put it in the description, add a call to action for more designs like this. Check out our brand name at the top of the page. So people actually, if they see this, they're going to scroll up, click on that, your brand name, and possibly see all your other products that you're offering, which is a very cool thing to do. And we have actually seen increase our sales. So that's how quick and simple it can be to upload. You can see a design for every size of product inside of Merch, creating that design and finding a place. This is what Steven talks a lot more about, my brother, finding a place to actually put these designs in shirts. I can push him to start talking about that more here on the YouTube page if you guys would like. But that was my quick video for today, just to show you how quick and easy it can be to get designs up for Merch by Amazon. All right, guys, hope you have a great one. We'll see you next time.